Hey, hey, all right, there we go. There's the music. Haha. So we're going live from the YouTube app, not from the Streamlabs app. It's a very different setup. We are trying to get back in the swing of things. We're having trouble with Streamlabs, so we're using the YouTube app until we can figure Streamlabs out. Might be time for a more powerful phone. Maybe that's the solution. All right. Streamlabs might be designed for a more powerful phone. Let's get this. We got this Gundam. Very lovely. Set this over here. Let's go ahead and start setting up. So, let's see. Hey, what's up, guys? How's it going, everybody? We are on YouTube, on the YouTube app. I don't think I shared the picture with Mike's side. Hold on, let me share the picture with Mike's side, because, you know, the iPhone had, or the YouTube app had me take a picture, and I don't think it was a very good picture. Hold on, let me share this with Mike's side real fast. All right, I got that. So let me send this over to Mr. Mike's side. Okay, I had not. All right, there we go. We're gonna jump in here now. Hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome to the Thursday daytime stream, starting very late. We're supposed to start like before 5. We're supposed to start, ideally we'd start all the way up at 3, but I'm just not getting to bed in time. It's like impossible. I just can't keep up. No matter how hard I try, I cannot get enough time to get everything done. So it's like every day I'm frustrated by that. But I woke up later than I wanted to. I went to sleep later than I wanted to. You might have noticed I uploaded that short at like 8:30 a.m. in the morning because I've fallen behind on making content, but I have to do it. So I finally got one made. It was at like 8:30, and I can't squeeze it all in. I just can't do it. It's like I need to give something up, but I can't give anything up reasonably. It's all important. So let's see. We're gonna say, how now, brown cow, live Pokemon card shop. I was thinking about that title all day. How now, brown cow. All right, there we go. Look at those Charizards. Look at those Charizards. Okay, Mr. Oh, wow, that thumbnail looks terrible. That's a horrible looking thumbnail. We gotta get a different thumbnail for sure. That was the thumbnail that YouTube took a picture of. So YouTube took that picture. There are. Turn this down a little bit. All right, and let's see. So let me make sure that I don't know if Mike's side's available today. Mike's side needed a day off. He might not be available, so let me go ahead and download this. Oh, we don't want it to be a web file. Hold on. Let's see. Open image in new tab. I can't remember how to do this. Hold on. I remember. Here, let's grab this. There we go. We're going to save image as a JPEG. Okay, good. Now, let's get into our stream. We want to make sure that we have a much nicer thumbnail here. This is our low-effort thumbnail. But we can make it nicer than the one they're showing. Oh, yeah, that looks way nicer. Yeah, I don't know what was up with that. YouTube had me take a picture from within the app for the thumbnail, and they just went with like really, really poor resolution. I'm like, bro, no one wants a poor resolution thumbnail. Even if I'm not editing it, people don't want low resolution. It's just ugly. All right, How Now Brown Cow is live. We have all of our new things up on the menu. PRB1, PRB2, Gundam. I've got a lot of Gundam. I actually bought like 4 cases of it. Lots of Gundam is in. PRB2 was restocked. We have 4 fresh cases of PRB2. I have more on the way too. PRB2. I just got 3 fresh cases of Destined Rivals in today. 3 fresh cases, Destined Rivals. Also, I'm showing off my Charizard collection. I have one of the best poker Charizard collections in the hobby. I just received a fresh poker deck too. How nice is that? So, and I just placed a really big order for more of the Mega Brave Mega Symphonia. So that is coming very soon. Mega Brave Mega Symphonia. What Weiss set are we snipping today, chat? Yes, what Weiss set. Oh, let me turn on the here it is, iPad, so I can see your comments more easily. Here it is. Whoa, we got 52 people watching in the first 5 minutes. That's a sign of a busy stream. Should I just stream all night? What do you guys think? Stream from now to like 9 p.m.? What do you guys think? Tell Karis too bad. So first order of the day, Lucas Launch wants 5 raw shuffles. He likes the raw shuffles. That's good. I'm going to run out of them. I am going to run out of them. So, okay, I got a bunch of slabs that need to come up here. I got some new slabs in the mail myself today. Nothing real exciting. I'd like to show it off to you guys, though, if you'd like to see. So you guys can see what Mr. Cardconomist does with his money. So I found this pristine Cubone. Yeah, I buy all I don't care what the brand is. I buy all graded cards. So I don't care. BGS, SGC, PSA, doesn't matter to me. There's CGC, BGS, SGC, PSA, tag. Yeah, I don't care what company. So I get this nice pristine Cubone. It was real cheap. You know, some cards are way overpriced. Like I was watching some Destined Rivals staff cards go for like thousands of dollars. I picked this Cubone up for probably nothing. I picked it up for less than 200. Was it 200? There's a PSA version of it for 200. And I noted that the CGC version hadn't been upgraded. So I was like, I can upgrade it. And sometimes when people don't upgrade their CGC cards, they underprice them because they don't want them to sit there on the market stuck. So let's check out our purchases. I don't shop too much these days. I don't shop quite as much as I used to. Let's see if I can find it. Yeah, so interestingly enough, you can see I picked up right there, Expedition Cubone, 163. So, you know, I'm going to upgrade him. I'm going to upgrade him at CGC. I'm going to turn him into the fancier pristine. And then the cheapest PSA version of it's like 200. So I'm going to try to go slightly above that, probably like 210, 220 or something like that, right? So he's a nice card. We're doing Hooked on Phonics today. How now, brown cow? I like how now, brown cow. So I've got a pile of slabs waiting to be, oh, look, someone's hair. It's in there. How gross. I hate hair. I try to keep my hair out of the slabs too, but I'm sure I've failed before. So you could probably clone me if you collect enough of my slabs. But yeah, so this is from the base set. Well, what we would call Expedition. See, they call it Base Expansion. Isn't that interesting? That's what it was called in Japanese. They didn't call it Expedition in Japanese. Now, I also picked up another one of these Silver Tempest Lugias. I really feel like the Lugias were underpriced. And so I said, we got to get another Lugia. This one's graded in the 9s just before the change to their harsh grading, restrictive grading requirements. Wonder if it would have graded 9. Probably not. There it is. Been a minute. Good to see you. Hey, what's up, guys? Let's see. Mister, do you still love me? Love me, love me. Yeah, I still love you. All right, let me put this over here. Ooh, doesn't that make a nice background? I needed some cards for a background. All right. What colors we got? 3 blue ones, a green, and a red one. Look at that. It says I picked it up for $500. Wow. How are the poker cards doing? Are the poker cards going up? Are they going down? You know, I don't push that market because I'm not ready to, but eventually I will. Let me just see. Wow. Team up Gengar, $5,000. Wow. That's crazy. What is this? That's weird. Wait, what does that say? 2010 Lost Link? What does that even mean? Strange. All right, so there's that. I want to check this too. Hold on. All right, I've checked this. And now let me go ahead and find the Poker Charizard, PSA 10. I type in Poker Charizard, although you might type in playing cards. Okay, Poker Charizard. Oh, okay. He's not terribly expensive. Hold on, let me take a look at this. Oh, interesting. I see. All right. Very cool. I'm going to hold off on that. All right. Bad thunderstorm going on over this way, but I'll be here until it either goes away or the power goes out. Look at those beautiful Charizards. So I got to place these somewhere. I kind of want to keep these nearby because I want to use them as a background more often. There we go. Now, let's go ahead and put these back up. You ready? Oh, there you go. Did you see all the amazing Mega Alt-Arts? I did, and then I placed an order for even more of the Mega Brave, Mega Symphonia. There's a lot of great cards in that set. I think it'll be a decently popular set. It's missing some key, you know, like it doesn't have Umbreon, it doesn't have Lugia, it doesn't have Gengar, it doesn't have Suicune, doesn't have this, doesn't have Tyranitar. You know, it's missing like some sort of really strong S-tier Pokemon. But despite that, I feel like it's a strong candidate anyways. It does have Gardevoir in it, which does decently well. Gardevoir does decently well. There are Gardevoir collectors out there. Okay, oh. So for the Mothman, he is a $720 buyback, by the way. All right. So you can force me to immediately buy it back, even if I don't want it. That's sort of like the maybe I don't want it price. There we go. Table's full again. I'll send Rayquaza over there. Cody, man, where's the April sub? The April sub. Now, what are you referring to, Miss Tammy? The April sub. For PSA? Okay, you ready? Lucas Lange, 5 Raw Shuffles. Here goes. Kind of running low on these really fast. You know, these are harder to stock. These are harder to stock. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 3 spots left to finish the waifu break, friends. The waifu break. Oh, yeah, waifu break. Okay, pack number 1 is just some bulk. Pack number 2. Okay. Oh, we got a little Eevee. That's nice. Pack number 3. Jolteon. Pack number 4. Suicune. Pack number 5. Oh, we've got Executor and Iona. So nice. All right. I feel like your round was kind of colder, but it's not that bad, actually. Like when you put these 3 together, okay, these aren't really worth much. And the Suicune's actually, it should be sleeved because it's actually kind of decent. I think over time that's probably gotten decent. Now, this is just some bulk. Hey, what's up, Isaac? It's a Lily Altar set. She's always been a high dollar card. Oh, right. I saw that too. I saw that. So I saw the Lily. I saw there was a couple girls in there. Lily, the ghost girl, whatever her name is. She did well in Burning Shadows. I didn't forget that. She does well. So, move this over here. She did well in Burning Shadows. So here's Jolteon. Oh, that's a Jolteon promo. Oh, that's cool. Okay, and here's the Suicune. Acerola, right. Her name's Acerola. There you go. The little girl, ghost girl. Check that out. That's not so bad. All right. Not the hottest round, though, in my opinion, from the Raw Shuffles. But, you know, I'm tempted to start stocking up some more stuff of that Raw Shuffle because that's kind of full. You know, in order to stock it, I feel like I need to have a certain baggie of cards available. Lucas pulled out the Grid Ninja, and he's like, that was pretty good. All right, I wonder if I could make a new thing. Let's see. Let me see if I can grab a chunk of... oh, I bet I have some in here, in the previous Raw Shuffle box. Looks like I might have some in here. Look. So, let's see what this is. Yeah, okay. Oh, I'll get some Mimikyus back here too, huh? Oh. Some girl cards. What am I going to do with that? Dragonite. So you need some like filler cards for the cold packs, you know? So let's try and make a Pokebro, or not a Pokebro. Let's try and make a Raw Shuffle live. A long time ago they were called Pokebros. So let's see. What I need is like something that has some sort of value. Let me see if I can find something. It's difficult. Can you please lower Tag Team Venusaur to 180 and the Kenny South Park to 300? Yes. Give me a moment here. How did we come up with that price of 200? I don't remember. I'll place this in here now. All right, so you wanna change some pricing, huh? Okay. I gotta find my here they are. Got them. Okay, we got a little sheet going on here. So let's say 180. And then you want 300 on Kenny. A PSA 10 is for 330. Yeah, I remember that. So I was saying that I didn't think that this was a bad price. There we go. Very good. And then I don't remember which row the Kenny was in. Do you remember? They killed Kenny. You bastards. Got it. Okay. Kenny for 300. Yeah, he's a tricky one because you're asking for a lot of money on a card set that is not proven to be insanely desirable. But you know, it's funny. Some of the cards in the South Park collection seem a little more tasteful than this. Like, it's hard to see exactly what's going on. This is like a scene from one of the episodes. If it instead had been just a really clean picture of Kenny, that almost, I think, would have sold better. But seeing Kenny, like, die here, and it's got, like, this weird green hue, yeah, it's a strange card for sure. It is. So we'll see if that one moves. You know, you got it cheaper because maybe that guy was having trouble moving it. You know what I'm saying? So that guy might have had trouble. And then he said, you know what? I'm tired of this. Time for my credit card. What are you talking about? You got a credit card? Credit cards can be good for building credit. Just 100% never use it to actually make a loan. You know what I mean? So like if you only make $300, you can only spend $300. Don't allow yourself to spend more than that. I snipped it in auction. Oh, nice, dude. Wake up inside. What? What's that? What's that? Is that Wilder? Hold on, let me see. Let's see. Hold on. I cannot see. That looks like Wilder. Is that Wilder? I can't tell. All right, let me close that. Let me go over here. Whoa. YouTube keeps track of your stuff. It says I'm a top listener of Nine Inch Nails. Wow, that's funny. I was just clicking around there on my iPad, and it went over to I clicked on my own thumbnail in order to get back to the live stream, and it said I'm a top listener of Nine Inch Nails. How funny. All right, guys, it's a Pop 3 chase card. You got to have it. Okay, Cody, you're right. Is it Wilder? Anyone order Gundam yet? Let's go find out. So we have an order now for Martin Ramirez. 3 Destined Rivals. Here we are. 3 of these. Martin Ramirez. So that will be $33. 71 minus 33. Let's see what that comes out to be. Oops. That's not what I wanted. $38. $38 remain. Ready. Gundam is like impossible to find in my area. Can't even make a competitive deck. That sucks. You're looking for the English version. Now, we have the Japanese version for collecting. The English version, people are going to be putting together like decks for playing. Okay, you ready? Hero Tom, Nado King. Oh, yeah. Now, I saw the English version costs a lot more, and so we're opening up the Japanese version. You know, Gundam's very popular in Japan and in Asia in general, and so I think it's a very safe collectible, even though it's in Japanese, not English. We get to open it cheaper and open more packs chasing after the top pulls, which I'm sure we have not gotten it yet. Can anyone even tell me what the top pull for that set is? Here it is, Martin Ramirez. Thank you. I'd love to see some Gundam getting opened. There we are. The Gundam Hollows look so good. There we go. Let's see Ethan's Moltres. That'd be Ethan's Moltres? You mean Ethan's Ho-Oh. I think I did the same mistake. I think I interchanged those two names one time. So we have Mark J. Valerian. May I get 7 packs of Pokemon Japanese Cyber Judge? Cyber Judge. Wow, I feel like I haven't opened Cyber Judge in so long. So let's see, Cyber Judge. I see Future Flash. Cyber Judge has the deer-looking Pokemon on it. There it is. Okay. Reaching back here. Okay. And I don't know why, but it's got these in it. I guess these are missing their box, and I don't have a replacement box for them. It is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Here, you take these last 2 packs too, okay? So now this empty. The top pull is a Gundam. What's the best Chinese set? Probably that new Gengar set, but it's impossibly overpriced, so we don't mess with that. I don't like it. I do not like the new Gengar set. I think it's terribly overpriced. There we go. A+ sign next to the card rarity is an alt-art. There is one legendary rare card in the set LR. Okay, let's set this over here. Let's snip this. All right. Are there better Korean sets? Well, I mean, there's Solo Leveling was a Korean set that I think is only in Korean because it's a Korean anime. So that's kind of cool, right? We got that on the menu. You want to open up Solo Leveling? That's $6 a pack. We sold a lot of that product when we first added it to the menu. It has since slowed down, but it's cheaper now. It's $6 per pack now. Was $8. Here we are. You got any Digimon slabs? Ooh, look at the deer. No Digimon slabs, I'm afraid. Okay. I bought 4 boosters and 6 surprise coin boxes. Well, look at that Pikachu card. I didn't even notice that before. Here we are. It's cute. And Excadrill. Is it Excadrill? It's Excadrill, right? All right, cool, man. You got 2 ARs out of there. There you go. You got the bonus packs. We're all good on that. So I think there's just 1 box of this left. The Cyber Judge. 1 box left, and then I think I'm sold out. Okay. Mr. Mark with an M. Sweet. Thanks. No problem, man. All right. Haha. Only got a couple Master Balls, few EX, 2 full arts, and a buttload of Pokeballs. Good. Set that there. Ivan Rodriguez, your ghastly art. Oh, yeah. The little ghastly card. All right. Ooh. Okay. Tossing this over here. You know, I am behind on getting those encapsulations done. I think I might have said that there was a... No, I didn't talk about the turnaround time on it, did I? Also, the extended menu, what does this say at the top? You know, there's all this stuff on TCC slab grading. I'm going to remove the express part because it is harder than I thought to get to that. It's just hard because I'm so busy. So timestamp, message, special title, TCC card grading, 34. Okay. Precious metals, minted copper coin. Ooh. Did the price of copper move up? I heard there was something going on with copper. Copper prices today. Not really. But it does say that the copper price is $4.44. So let me look this up. How much would it cost for me to buy a copper coin online? Minted copper coin, 1 ounce. What? It costs way more. Is that right? Wait. Maybe I'm reading that wrong. So the price of copper has moved up. That's so weird. You don't think of copper as an investable metal. Which one do we have? We have like the American. Here it is. Yeah, we have the Walking Liberty coin. And so we have to change the price. So the price on the Liberty coin is going to move from $350 to $6 per coin. Wow. Wow, that's so weird. I experienced price appreciation on my copper, of all things. Copper. My copper's gone up in value. So weird. All right, minted copper. Nothing beats a Jet 2 holiday. I've heard that Chinese and Korean Pokemon sets are cheaper and have a better return on investment. In theory, they could have a better return on investment. It depends on how well they perform over time. That's a theory, but sometimes you do quite well with them. It's fun to be able to open lots and lots of product. So now we have Lucas Launch, 2 Raw Shuffle, 1 pre-grade on the Eevee promo. Lucas Launch, 2 Raw Shuffles. We are. Trust me, been through a lot of boosters. I think I'm done. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. I don't want to retype that. Can I send you money to get one of my cards graded and go through my bag and look at some of the other graded worthy cards, set them into a new bag, and shoot me my cards? I think I'm getting close. Oh, okay. So you want what's called a bag sort. So you should hire me to do a bag sort. I think that's like $3, right? And then a pre-grade, which I think is also $3. I think that's right. So you want to send me $6 and do a bag sort, and you want to do a pre-grade. You are? Okay. You got 2 EVs now. And here's a Magneton, a Noctowl, an Abomasnow, and a Tyranitar. Ooh, cool. All right. Since I got Shinji Magikarp in English and Japanese, I got one in Chinese as well. There we go. So that round was a little bit better. Let's see. Let's grab the Eevee. And you got an Eevee over here. Let's see which one's better. Here it is. Okay, I'd say this Eevee's slightly thinner on this side. No, I would not grade this Eevee. Here we are. And then this Eevee. This Eevee has a small white dot on this corner up here. Here you are. So those 2 EVs, they're pretty close to a 10, but I'd say these are probably going to grade 9. So I gave you a grade on each Eevee. There you go. Which Eevee is better? Well, this one has the better centering. This is definitely the better Eevee. This Eevee right here. Pretty borderline, actually, but slightly off center. And this Eevee has a problem on this edge here, where it's like almost something dinged it. I guess that's the word Tag likes to use. So there we have it. You got lots of these. I did out a lot of those Disney poker cards. Doesn't really feel like they contribute much to the value of the bag, does it? All right. So, Mr. Lucas, let me place this over here. What's up, Alex? How's it going? How much do you spend on Pokemon cards each month? Well, I used to be able to track that really easily. PayPal used to tell me. Before PayPal changed and got rid of the ability to track that, looked like I was spending around $25,000 a month on Pokemon cards. Here you are. Just a little bit here and there. Here's Meowth. Of course, that's not for my personal collection. That would have been product, right? So you got to have product flowing in and flowing out. Here's Meowth. Here's Silcoon. Sometimes it's less than that. Sometimes it's less than that, but you know, you saw that number a lot, especially around restock times and around release times. So there will be like a week where nothing's releasing and it might go down to as low as 15,000. But during a big release, it could go up as high as like 30,000. So it really depends on what we're talking about. So it fluctuates. All right. So thank you, Lucas. Appreciate that. Now we have William Wafter. He says 2 Gundam packs, please. All right. These are the new Gundam packs, everybody. Okay. Thanks a lot. No problem, man. How do people claim graded cards and packs? Is there a thing going on? Claim? What do you mean by claim? Turn this down a little bit. That's a bit loud. Just got back from vacation. Can you tell me if I got any credit from commission? No, I don't think anything new sold, but just in case, let's go take a quick look at it. So, your card here says 0. You don't have a second card, right? No, it doesn't look like it. All right. So that says 0. So I think that was the last thing. We're at the beginning of a new month, August. We're actually still in July, but we're about to hit August. And my plan is to rotate through all of the commission slabs and get a nice picture of them all taken so people can really see those commission slabs. So I want updated prices, and I want them to just be updated for August and get a picture on all of them so people can shop for the commission slabs in our Discord server very easily. Here we are. Mistress Tammy's Mega Absol still around. Yeah, that one's a good one. I was trying to take a picture of that. We just I posted a fresh video, fresh So I posted fresh channels for August. Did I not? Let me take another look at that. I was thinking about you when I took that picture, believe it or not. So pricey August, there it is. So there's Mega Absol for 1,500. He's not bad. Yeah, that one's not bad. 825, Tammy Low, Pop 14. He's actually a promo. Did you know that? That's why he's so rare. So that is an interesting one. Obviously, Mega Absol. Oh, you know what? We checked that price actually about a week ago, and that was before Mega Absol was announced for the current set. Let me just check this. Mega Absol. All right, let me see. All right, let's see. That's the Battlefest promo. Not the same thing. All right, and what's this? That's also the Battlefest promo. She's got something more rare than that. Hold on. Oh, sold on July 29th. It's out of, the price is wrong now. Look, it's gone. We were basing it off of that one, and it's gone. That one's sold. Oh, I'm sorry. I hate to tell you this, but my job is to make sure she gets the full amount for it. If this was my card, we would not be copying the last sold price. So we are going to increase it by 15%, which could even be called a low amount. I'm sorry about that. So this new price is $17.25. The last one's sold. All right, so I hate to do that to you, but it sold literally 2 days ago, and this is not a surprise. There's been a change in the market for that item. There's been a change. Ow. They revealed Mega Absol in the new set. So if I was Tammy, I would not settle for $1,500. I would immediately ask for an increase. Heck, I mean, she could probably sneak away with 18 to tell you the truth, because I know how hype works. Here it is. All right. I don't want to do that to you, but I like Tammy too. I like you. I like Tammy. I like you both. But I know that if I price this at $1,800 and put it on eBay right now, it's probably sold. That's probably sold on eBay if I post that right now, because there's Pop 14, Mega Absol, XY promo, Black Star XY promo, not that silly Battlefest thing. That's the Black Star promo. People love Black Stars, and they always go for a lot. And it's kind of funny that, you know, I once priced this at a high price of like $700, and people were like shocked. And eventually it went to Tammy, I think on a break or something. And I don't know how it sold, but it eventually goes to Tammy. And now it's 18, and that's probably cheap. Slab it away. All right, sold. You got it, man. Not a bad pick. Really, it is an extremely rare XY era card. Tammy will not have another chance to buy that in the future. That is too rare. All right, so I set it to the side for you. It's a good one. It's a good one. All right, so let's see what we got here. We've got a holo. It's wigged. I'm pissed. All right, and here is, you know, you mentioned it, and I was like, oh yeah, that Mega Absol, that's cool. That's a good one. And then my gut said, wait a second, didn't you just hear that there's a Mega Absol in the new set? And I was like, oh my God. And then I immediately had this feeling like, you better check up on that one on eBay. Sold. That's crazy, man. It's crazy how that works, you know. All right, very nice. Yeah, that one's not too bad at all. And it will always remain rare and expensive because it is so low pop. And Absol has always been a decent Pokemon. You know, I have this Legend Maker Absol that I came this close to selling. This close. Somebody put it into slab away, I think at like $700. And then he came to me and canceled it. And I was like, are you sure? Like, it's a good slab. Let me mark Absol as sold. Absol sold. So anyways, I told him that I thought it was a good slab, and he's like, yeah, I want to cancel it. And I was like, all right, I'll do it for you. And now looking back on it, is like, I'm really lucky he canceled it, because Absol is still very relevant as a sort of like maybe an A tier or B tier Pokemon, however you want to fit him in. Here it is. He's above the junk tier. Like Silcoon is junk. Nobody wants Silcoon. Silcoon's very hard to sell. This guy, Mr. Adam, has a Silcoon at 95, which is probably based off a market or something. I don't know. This will never sell. He can have this card sit on my table to the end of time. No one will ever buy this. And it's the same for Kakuna. It's the same for Metapod. You just will never sell them unless they cost like $20. Somebody will buy them at 20. Yeah, this guy would probably sell at about 45 bucks. Somebody would probably buy them at 45. Nobody wants to spend $100 on a CGC 10 Silcoon. It's just not going to happen. And I know this from years of experience. Like, I've tried to sell cards like that myself. Nobody ever buys them. Even in times like this. This is peak Pokemon time, where people are hungry for slabs, and they still won't buy Silcoon because he's just Silcoon. You know, people want Beautyfly. That's what they want. They want Beautyfly. And, yeah, it's just so hard to sell cards like that. But, you know, Absol's in a different tier. Absol's more like, he's not S tier. He might not be A tier. A tier might be like Melodic, Tyranitar, maybe like Dragonite. That's A tier. B tier, that includes Pokemon that are very cool, but they're still more niche maybe. S tier is clearly like Charizard, Gengar, Lugia. I want that silicone, but raw. What? I hate buying CGC because collectors in Singapore don't buy CGC. Absol is high B or low A. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. If we were making like a tier list for collectability. But I got that. I wonder where that Legend Maker card went off to. But he gave it back to me. And I thought to myself, I was like, wow, why was I even selling this? This is so nice. And it's so easy for me to hold on to cards. I really do not need to make the sale. Let's see. That's one of the funny things is, let's see, you can't even find one for sale now. Was I basing it off of one on the market before? Oh, I was, and look, it's gone now. Look, yeah, he should have bought that from me. Oh, it's gone. So there's none left. They're both sold. So the market's empty. And yeah, it's a really fascinating subject, isn't it? Okay, here we go. Mega Absol. All right, I see the order for it. I'm going to go ahead and process it right away. So you sent him 170 for this. Let me go set that up, okay? So slab-aways on consignment cards work a little differently now. I used to pay them out immediately. Now they are paid out when they are completed. So we have to set that up properly. So we're going to say August, starting in August. Here we go. Okay. Oops, that's not what I want. And we're going to say PSA 10, Mega Absol, paid to Tim. Okay, and then we're going to say for 1,800. And that's 1,800 minus 150. 1,650 remains. All right. Honestly, I think you still got a good deal on that card. That card will never come to market. It's one of those, you know, it's one of those. I've seen that with Darkrai. Darkrai, he's kind of like an A-tier Pokemon. I've seen that with a lot of level X promos, right? The level X promos, they're so hard to obtain and so valuable. All right, let's get your name down on it. Okay. Very nice. It's kind of cool that I get to help Tammy sell that too after I sold it. So I sold it one time, and boy, did I make money the first time I sold it. You know, that card, when I acquired it, I don't remember what we opened to acquire that Absol. I really cannot recall. And I don't think I paid very much for it at all. And then I think it sold for me for like $700. Now it's selling for Tammy for $1,800, which sort of suggests I shouldn't have sold it ever. But that's how it goes. You know, you don't know that years ago. You don't know. Yeah, so I can see I have no data on having purchased that Mega Absol in the past. So I'm pretty sure that was one I graded, and it actually came back as a 10, a lucky 10. Did the Absol sell? The Absol just sold. Yes, that Absol's gone. It's in the Discord. I usually finish my slab-aways decently fast, so Tammy should get her money soonish. Well, I was only saying that because I'm making a... in the listing, I have to make a note to let me know who to pay it out to. So she will be happy with that. And if Tammy's happy, I'm happy. All right, let's see. So now we have, click, Gabriel Gallegos, 2 DBZ mangas. 2 DBZ manga. Where am I hiding those mangas at? Are they here? Here they are. Found them. All right. I think the reason that that card stands out to me so much is because so many people were doubters on that Mega Absol, and I always saw the potential in it. Because back then, 700 was considered a lot for that card, and I was like, yeah, but it's Pop 14. Mega Absol is cool. It's not a lame Pokemon. It's like It's like an underloved Pokemon that could see its day one day, you know, where people are like, man, I got to have that Mega Absol. And I know that's exactly how it works. And it's so cool years later that should happen, you know. It looks like I need to get some obsidian flames. I'll be right back. I don't even know where I store them. I don't know where I store them. Probably in some odd place. Is it in the room, actually? Might be right here. Ah, right here. Okay, we're good. Found them. Yeah, we store these in a weird way. These are booster bundles. Why do you think Pokemon's grading so hard on Pokemon cards now? Yeah, so I've been warning Six that we don't know if her Victini will get a 10 because Pokemon is great. PSA is grading things like they need to be pristine 10. I don't know why they're grading like that. Maybe just to protect their brand. Maybe they want to be seen as the brand. They don't want to be seen like junk. I don't know. I think they got a real hard on for having the 10s and the 9s rather than 10 gem and 10 pristine. I would have liked 10 gem and 10 pristine. Because with PSA grading this hard, it sort of changes the equation for how I like to grade. Because now I'm going to consider other companies for grading, you know. And if PSA can only grade 10s on pristines, it really kind of makes me focus on why am I not sending my pristines off to BGS? Here we are. Because PSA sort of fit in this special spot between a perfect card and a 9. And now they just really want pristines, and that's it. And so, you know, I like PSA, though. I'm going to keep sending PSA all my poker cards. They're going to get lots and lots of poker cards from me. Great company. They just decided that's the way they want to go. I don't know. Do they define it? Do they define card grading? Maybe. They're a pretty big company. They're the #1 company. Tag grading, you know, they're not very nice to your cards either. None of them are very nice, despite what you may believe. CGC is tough. Yeah, I've graded with the CGC. CGC is tough. BGS is tough in their own way. They hand out 9.5s constantly. It's like terrifying. Yeah, tag's not an easy pass. PSA is just sort of very, they used to be a little nicer. Now they're very strict. But even when they were nicer, it was very strict. So it's like it just went from very strict to very stricter. It's a 10, says 6. All right, I'm crossing my fingers for you, 6. You are? All right, you never know what comes back. What is the pack in the middle? That's called Gym 2. That's Gym Challenge. It contains chances for Gengar and Charizard, 2 of the top Pokemon. So that's a very good break to be in. Ooh, Donatella. It's a very difficult break, $59. There's 10 people going in, and each person gets 1 card from the break. So you'll get 1 card out of the booster pack. So you're not going to walk away empty-handed. Your 1 card could be a trainer, though, so that would be no good. Or it could be Pikachu. Pikachu common. That would be nice. Or it could be holographic Blaine's Charizard. So we'll see what's in the pack, and we'll see who pulls the holo. Hopefully, look at this. Special wake-up call. Hopefully a Gengar in the pack. All right, so here are the Ninja Turtles. The Turtles. Ooh. Do you think a pre-grading service would be utilized? I do a pre-grading service. Oh, I call this is the Cosby card. Look, perfect host. Here, have some of this. Oh, God. Things were so innocent back then. Cosby was back then, too, though. So he was back there doing those crimes. All right, here's Framed by a Foe. Heard a little news report about how Hulk Hogan passed away. He did pass away from cardiac arrest. He had a heart attack. Makes you wonder, because he was only 70. I guess he was right at the average age of life, so maybe that's not so bad. Oh, we just received $28 in Solana. What was I going to say? Let's go ahead and sleeve this up. I'm literally about to have Mr. Pre-grade some of my cards and shift them to a new bag and ship my other cards out. Yes, exactly. Here we are, Donatello. But I was going to comment on how sometimes bodybuilders have worse hearts. They have worse hearts. But here was an interesting thing as well. They also mentioned he had cancer, and he had not informed anyone. So Mr. Hulk Hogan also passed away from cancer, probably. So they said his body was fighting cancer, which he had kept a secret. Very interesting. Okay, let's see. Scooby-Doo cards with big dope. Okay. He also abused steroids. Yeah, so I find this very fascinating because another guy who had heart problems, Arnold Schwarzenegger, and I found out that he also wasn't natural. Arnold Schwarzenegger was also doing steroids. That's how he got so big. There it is. So he's super famous. He got to be a celebrity. He got to live life to the fullest. You know, he got to do a lot of cool stuff. And he's still alive, by the way, but he had heart problems later on in life because he abused steroids. Here's Clay Doll. Ooh, look at that. Okay. Hey, what's up, Mr. LaFlame? He deserved it. He was an asshole to his wife and daughter. Yeah, I'd heard some... Oh, look at that. That looks great, man. Pulling a golden Charizard. Ooh. All right. Very nice. Okay, that's a brother's brother. All right. Cool, cool, cool. Obsidian Flame, still a fun set to open. Definitely a Charizard set. People are sleeping on Obsidian Flame. It's a cool set. It's a cool set. You know, XY era had a Charizard set called, what was that set called? I can't even remember it. And that set had a lot of Charizards in it. See, I got dementia, guys. I've definitely got dementia. There's too many names. There's too much to remember. Who remembers the name of the Charizard set in the XY era? It was called something with fire in it. Oh, yep, 6 got it. Flash Fire. Yeah, so the Flash Fire set, that was a set with a lot of Charizards in it too. And if that released in 2024, people might say, it's too easy to pull a Charizard. Today, that set is insanely expensive. Probably selling for like $10,000 a box or some crazy stuff like that. And so, you know, early on, a Charizard set might look like it's too many Charizards and they're too easy. But later on, a Charizard set might become extremely expensive. Here it is, as people go, hey, I want one of those old Charizards. Flash Fire is cool. Did you get the Gem 2 as well? Oh, there's a Gem 2 squeezed into that order. Whoa, look at that. R-Star, that looks cool as hell, man. Let's get that Gem 2 as well. Wow. And I can zoom better, can't I? Let's see. Oh, zooming's so easy on the YouTube app. Cool, man. We're on the YouTube app. We're having troubles with Streamlabs. It is causing my phone to overheat. Let's see how hot the phone is right now. Okay, the phone is warm, but it's not hot. It's a very reasonable temperature. There we go. That's the way it should be, of course. We are. Very nice. Yeah, we were having a problem where the phone was getting very hot with Streamlabs, and then frames were dropping. Consequently, Streamlabs had just gone through a big update. There was a big upgrade to it. It looked very different, had a different interface, and I'm sure whatever that upgrade was, it broke the app. I'm sure their data. You know, if I wasn't the only one using it that way, their data probably shows that too. They're probably like, "Why did everyone stop using our app?" And they're saying, "What happened? What changed?" So they're probably aware of the problem. Dang, no Vegeta in those. Yeah, you got an R-Star. So 2 Gem 2s. Here you go. No problem. We need to build a new jumbo pack break. The jumbo pack break went off last night, guys. We still have a binder break. I don't think anyone's in the binder break. Maybe not popular enough this time. We can keep adding to it, perhaps. All right. Ente says it'll be here Saturday. Mr. I sent for 1 grading. Can you send my UFC card to PSA? Heck yeah, dude. We are. Very good. I didn't pick that one out because I don't know much about UFC cards. So I'm very bad with UFC cards. We are. So I apologize for that. Just not my skill set. Yeah, we'll send that one out, and I hope it gets a good grade. All right, there's Flareon. So most recently, we got the BGS grade out. We're partway through the PSA grade. Oh, by the way, this is considered like a triple star rarity. This is supposed to be really rare. We're partway through the PSA grade process, and then we have tag grading right afterwards. He's a good fighter, hence why. Nice. Okay, so no Umbreon popping out of there. Mr. Gabriel. All right. Wow, that's a lot of cards. Thank you, Gabriel. Well, part of the reason why there's so many cards is because of all the dang bulk, dude. Look at that bulk. It's a huge chunk. You get 1 VMAX per box or an AR. Bro, I'm going to have no money left. But there it is. All right. Very good. We're almost there, guys. We're almost in August. Summer is almost over, if you can believe it. Can you believe that? It's shocking. Here's an Omastar 10. So that is Legend Maker Omastar. And here's the checklist. Here is a LaFlame Kyogre. Okay. I think that does have an updated price. Okay. Yeah, I remember it went up in price. There's Hitmonchan. And here is a LaFlame Welcome to Wonderland. So we're going to pull these together, and then, let's see, what are these? Yes, we're going to pull these together and take a picture of them. So in our Discord server, we will actually have a separate channel just for consignment cards. And they're going to get fresh prices and fresh pictures right away. It's going to be nice. As you guys know, you can shop for slabs from our Discord server. As we post them up here live, we take pictures of them so they can be tracked later on. Okay. So these now need a fresh price on them. Actually, this one doesn't need a new price. This one just had a new price. Stexkowski. Tammy's got a Pikachu 9.5. Here's an Anthony Kalura Kieran. There is a Blood Fiend Power. So those are ready for an updated price. Okay. Halloween is my favorite. A lot of people like the fall. Here's Mark. He says, for one Labubu box. Just kidding. Here's a $20 as a thank you. You're just giving money away. You're very nice, Mr. Mark. Here you go. So this is going to say 10.51. Hey, you want any Labubus? Who's going to open the Labubus? Wow. Crazy, dude. Oh my gosh. By the way, this is the last day of July. So we are about to, on August, we will take a picture of this card and know what everyone gave. How neat is that? Put the Chainsaw Man card in the bag. The Chainsaw Man card. I remember Chainsaw Man. That set was a really big success. That was very popular. So Weiss did very well with that. Of course, we have not opened a lot of Weiss cards in a while. Have you guys noticed that? All right, let's take a quick look at this Kieran. Is it Kieran? And we have the Japanese version. Okay, and we're going to sort it by lowest price. The cheapest one is $34. This card is now $34. So if you bought it last time we priced it, you would have gotten it slightly cheaper. I bought my first Dragon Ball manga booster today. Nice. I'm saving up a bit. Got a few things I'm looking at. Trying to sell these 2s and 9s, but nobody wants it. Oh, yeah. I've been thinking about making a video on the hardest cards to sell. It is. Okay. Anthony Kalura. Here is Signature. Blood Fiend. Okay, that should work, right? None available, is that right? Did I type it in right? I did. Let's type in Signature Power. Oh, not showing up at all. So who's this? This is Anthony Haymeyer. There is nothing to base this off of. However, we have this version of of Power selling for $320 back in May. I don't think we're going to change this one. It didn't sell last time. This one already has a fresh price on it. This is Hollow Jirachi from EX Deoxys. I think the price is a little high, to be honest. I think that one will struggle. Here is Machop. That belongs to Stexkowski. He's got a Pokemon Stadium Machop. I believe the price you're seeing now is a reduction in price that he asked for. Okay, and I see the overall cheapest Machop is actually $70. So I am recommending we lower this down to $70. It's a different poker card, right? That was the 1996 poker card, but here's the deal. Those sell pretty much the same as these. So if that's sitting at $70, I am recommending 70 on this one. There it is. Okay, so that is up to date now. And besides that, it's Machop. Who pays a lot of money for Machop? No one does. He's just not that kind of Pokemon. Now here is the This is a Carddass Poker Pikachu. Let's see what PSA 9 Poker Pikachu goes for. All right, we gave it a 9.5. $55 looking correct. Look, because if you go over here, the cheapest one is actually 74. So from 74 down to 55 is probably correct. All right, that's not a bad deal there. We're gonna set these like this. Just hard to sell this. Look, it's a 9.5 Pikachu. This one's tricky because it's a very niche card, and it's a nice 10, but it's still $70. But don't give up on that, because anytime you have a PSA 10, often you just need to be patient. Just be patient. We are 10s do sell themselves a lot better. 9.5s are tricky. 9.5s are much harder to move. All right, so there we go. We got 2 rounds of consignment slabs taking their picture. Let's move these off to the side and get to the next order. Did you buy that Rainbow Dragonite for 1.5K? That was me. Yep, I bought them because there's only 7 of them, right? So now I own 2 of them. That also pushes the value of yours and the value of mine up. All right, so next up we have Mr. Zach. He says 1 black, 1 white. Here goes Mr. Black, or Mr. Zach. I called you Mr. Black. All right, Mr. Zach. We're in a Tarantino movie together now. Why can't we pick our own colors? Oops. That's tipping over. Why can't we pick our own colors? What was the reason? It was something like they would choose everyone would choose Mr. Black. There you go. Yes. Karis used to be a huge Tarantino fan. When I met her, she loved Quentin Tarantino's work. Now she says she can't stand it because she says every Quentin Tarantino movie, the dialogue she realizes is just Quentin Tarantino talking to himself. She can hear Quentin Tarantino's dialogue where he's trying to be terribly clever. So it's too distinctive of a talking pattern, and she just hears him. She doesn't hear the actor. She doesn't believe the scene. She only hears Quentin Tarantino's own dialogue. So to her, she hears him. And then also she's tired of every Quentin Tarantino movie being like a super gory action scene set to like quirky music. Because that's the other trick that he uses. He uses that a lot. There you go. So she doesn't like his movies anymore. Isn't that interesting? She really likes movies. She's a movie buff. I'm not a movie buff. Okay, let's put this here. I sent for that stitch. Hey, all right, the stitch is sold. Here it is, white flare, black bolt. Let's go ahead and snip this. Mr. Zach. That's how Rob Zombie movies are. Okay, snipping that. He also says, ship me out. I have a few bags and slabs. Ooh, nice. Dwebble, Amoonguss, Volcarona. All right. Joltik. Look at that. Nice Joltik popping out, dude. Somebody at the Pokemon Company loves Joltik. He keeps showing up. He's like Magnemite, Magneton. Some Pokemon just get into every set, it feels like. We don't know why, but we're pretty sure it's because Pokemon wants to push that Pokemon. Somebody likes him. Yep. He's a cute Pokemon. I like that they're trying to make a spider-type Pokemon popular, you know? Because I feel like spiders, you run into them in life a lot, but they don't always get the attention they deserve. Now, Mr. Zach, oh, these are my, look at this. So I got some of these too. I got some fossil packs graded. All 9s. Sucks. All right, let me put these away. All right, good. Those are put away. Mr. Zach pulling a Joltik, everybody. That's nice. Let's try and find your stuff. So here is a Mr. Zach bag. Mr. Zach. Do you still have the Topps Alakazam PSA 10? Is it listed for sale? I don't know. Do I? There are. All right. You got lots of 10s though, too. Cool ones. Yes, I was very, very fortunate that submission. That was a great submission. I would love to hear somebody assess the value of all those slabs, if just based off of like cheapest buy it now, and come back and give us a figure for that. Maybe I should offer like a reward for that, for somebody to price all that up. You are? like maybe $5 in-store credit. It's not really a lot of money, but it's, you know, it's like a Poke Shuffle. Just a little fun thing for doing a little fun thing. Because I don't have to know. I already know it's a lot. Zach Wilkerson, Xadrian Adorno with no age on his bag. That must be nice. Here's an expired William something. And here's a William, very expired bag that it appears I don't touch that one. It must mean that there's something good in that bag. Also, this little baggie fell out. What's this? This is called Yasser. Okay, Mr. Yasser. He will go back in. Okay, there's one more. Let's see. What's this? This is a Zachary Stex. Mr. Zach, esteemed customer, Zachary Stexkowski. Wow. You treat me good. I appreciate it, man. So, Yolan, Zachary Stex. Wow. Okay. Waltier, Yu-Gi-Oh, Wilder Cardano, and a Windy Sitting Gaming that's officially expired now. Okay, let me put this back over here. So with you shipping out, there's officially room in those Z boxes again. Wow. Let's find out what was in here, Mr. Zach, with William Shaunra or something like that. This is a year-old bag. Tauros Alakazam, huh? Not much. Those are okay cards, actually. They might be worth like $5 to $10. What do you think? Who likes, does someone here like Tauros? Doesn't NHCC like Tauros? We'll give that to NHCC. You like Alakazam, Mr. Zach? Have a free Alakazam today. Donated to you by a man named William. Thank you, William. William said, I don't want my card. You can have them. So he said, gotcha, fam. There we go. So here's a nice free card for you. Okay, there you go. And a nice little card for Mr. NHCC. Where do I keep his cards? I think his is over here. All right. So that's a gift. Mike grade 10. Look at that nice centering on that. All right. But I don't know that. We'll find out another day. Okay. All right. How nice. Me, Cody knows. Thanks, mister. Would you crack and break a graded pack by request? Like back to PSA? What? I don't feel like that would be a good idea. I feel like that could be a waste of money unless you feel really confident in your ability to understand their grading system, which I do not feel confident in my ability to understand their grading system for booster packs. So I don't know how to challenge a grade when they supposedly get it wrong. You know, like I don't know what a borderline grade is on a booster pack. I know what a borderline grade is on a Pokemon card. You can tell that one easily. All right, Zach. Wow. Thank you so much. Zach has treated us very good, guys. Okay. Zach, I don't know if I know your favorite Pokemon. What's Zach's favorite Pokemon? Your Pokemon might be Luffy. Okay. Mr. Zach. Okay, got that set up. Mr. You had a Pocket Monster card break. Did it end already? Who won it? I had a spot in it. Jose Arredondo. Did it end early? Yes, I believe it ended early. So we ended it early in order to give an advantage to whoever was in that break. I do not remember who pulled it, though. I do not remember. Does anyone remember who pulled the Pocket Monster starters card? We ended it early. It was a gift, basically, like a charitable thing. We ended it early to give the people in it an advantage, just to get it off the table. All right. You like Gengar? Ah, man, it's hard to give away Gengars. Those are pricey. Let's see. I like Gengars. Now we're going to go ahead and set this one up to maybe about 5 pounds. All right. And you said you had some slabs too, actually. Let's set it up to 6 pounds then. So we got 6 pounds. A lot of this will be not manga pulls, unfortunately. Okay, so I'm just calculating the style of shipping we're going to use. All right. I think we're set. I think we're going to do signature confirmation on this one, okay, Mr. Zach? We don't normally do that, but I'm doing it more often So in the past, I never did signature confirmation, and I probably saved myself a lot of money not doing signature confirmation. And guess what? We never really had problems. So, but I'm going to chalk that down as us getting very lucky over time. And when packages are expensive enough, we're going to start asking signature confirmation on big ones. Okay, guys? I think that's a smart move. It's like insurance. So it's like buying insurance. It makes sure that the company delivers it to the correct door, you know, so they don't deliver it to your neighbors by accident, because your neighbor's not going to sign for your stuff. At least I don't think they will. All right, let's see. Signature confirmation over 300 is a good move. I was thinking over like 1,000. If it's like over 1,000 or 2,000, because it adds up over the year. If you're a big customer and you spend money over like, I don't know, like 6 months or something like that, and you build up a real thing, time to crack out the signature confirmation. Because we don't want any missed deliveries or anything like that. And people these days, you know, they're so aggressive with like porch pirating and stuff like that. You know, we don't want anything like that. We've gotten very lucky. That has never been a problem for us. So I could just keep doing it the way we've been doing it. No signature confirmation on most packages, except for the very, very, very tippy top ones. But I think I want to start doing it more often, just as like an insurance, because we've gotten lucky so far. Let's keep it that way. Let's not keep gambling on it. All right. Let's go and put this over here. All right, very nice. What just tipped over? Oh, that was the Dragon Ball Z manga. Too much stuff, man. Way too much stuff. Okay. Good. TCG Player's 250 and above signature confirmation. Wow, TCG Player does signature over 250? That's like virtually everything then. Are you sure? Everything gets a signature then. Here's Ho-Oh. I don't know if I'd bother with signature confirmation under 1,000. Here's Dark Porygon. I mean, seriously, we've shipped so much stuff and never had a problem. Ooh, look at that. We got an Adam Pashus. That's a nice South Park card. That's Eric Cartman having tea with his stuffed animals. South Park, relevant again, doing some controversial things. They posted a deep fake of Donald Trump. How interesting. All right. Now, Victor Cardenas, the Stitch. You got it, man. Stitch is sold. How about that? That's the goal, is to get it sold. Okay. Let's go pull out a Mr. LaFlame card. So it says here, LaFlame's actually already got $59. Very interesting. Signed feet picture when? We are. Okay, let's grab this. We're going to do store credit, I think. So $44 roughly. I rounded up. $103. Okay, 103. Very nice. Okay. We're going to say Victor Cardenas. It's all yours. All right. Now, let me think about that for a second. So, oh, I know what I need to do. I need to go mark that off in the Discord server. We're going to scroll. Huh, weird. Do I need to hit refresh? Weird. Oh, that's the All Slabs channel. I'm in the wrong channel. So confusing. Boy, if I got confused by that, who else is going to be confused by that? All right, there we go. We're going to say Stitch sold. Very good. And then we actually need to do something for LaFlame. We need to get his grading done. So we're going to grab this. Jeff Leon, LaFlame. I sent Mr. a little $6 free slab. I'm not sure if he did it. I think we did do that one. Yeah, I think that one's done. Yep. Yep, that one's taken care of. Here it is. All right, he's got a good fighter with a nice signature on it. Okay, we'll toss this over here. Now, that is LaFlame going off to PSA. See this $50 price tag? I was getting that ready for French customs because France is ridiculous, dude. And so I was trying to tell them, you know, here's the value of this ahead of time so that they don't freak out. It is. And now today we're grading it instead. Way better. I like that way better. I like that we're grading it. There we go. That's good. That's what should happen to a good card. It should grade. Here's Empoleon. I've been talking about what we could do to make the stream more streamlined for extracting the most value out of your card. See, because opening the pack is just one step. The next step is it needs to be looked at to see if it can grade 10. The third step is it needs to be sent off. And then finally, when it comes back, if you want it, you need to have it sent home. If you don't want it, it needs to be sold. So it's an interesting thing. I've thought about trying to create more of a whole, you know, a whole product cycle for you guys where you don't just open cards, but I take care of them like as if they were mine almost, you know? So I've thought about offering a service where I test the card for 10 and then send it off to grade if I think it's good enough. And then you don't even pay for the grading. I pay for the grading. And then when it comes back, you can either pay for the grading and have me send it home to you, or you can have me list it for sale and I pull the cost of grading out of the part of the sale. So, you know, your card comes back, it's PSA 10, it's worth $100. Now you're going to be charged for the grading when it sells. All right, so that's what I've thought about doing. How's everyone today? I'm late. I'm all right. ALB Naughty. Hi, everyone. Hi, Mr. Sent for the little $6 slab. I think I already saw that. Let's see. All right, let me have a sip. That's interesting, Mr. Yeah, well, you know, because as I try to help, excuse me, as I try to help Mr. LaFlame, I realized that's really what's needed. What's needed is, you know, if you pull something of value over here, it shouldn't be like, oh, I wonder if it's worth grading. You should know. And then I should just send it out to grade for you and take a profit from sending it out to grade. You know, I should be paid for doing a service for you since I'm so good at it. Holy dude, I'm gonna mark this on red. All right, and let's see. Here's Jonathan Lewandowski PSA grading for Magic the Gathering Final Fantasy Stay With Me card. I would also like a pre-grade and set those choices into a new bag and ship me my cards, as I think I'm close to how long I can keep cards there. No problem, man. So, Jonathan Lewandowski. By the way, Jonathan, you can always renew the date on your bag for $5. Think of it like a $5 storage fee. So you keep your cards over here for $5. And anyone can do this any other time. If you're international, you don't even have to pay $5. It's totally free, but you have to come in and request it. You do, so that we don't consider it abandoned. So here we go. Jonathan Lewandowski. Jonathan Lewandowski. Jonathan Lewandowski. So you got some cool cards here. Got 3 bags for you. Who's this? Joseph Haney, 525. So he has his updated. All right. South America is the worst for items going missing. South America. We are. What? What are you saying? Toss this over here. You mean like shipping to Mexico or something? I've only shipped to Mexico like one time. Did you know that? It's so weird. They don't buy Pokemon cards. Or at least they don't buy them from America. All right. So you got a lot of cards. And you're looking for me to create a hits bag. And then after the hits bag created, you want me to go ahead and make you a pre-grade on... Yeah, I don't understand quite what we've paid for here. I got to be sure. So pre-grading is 1 card at a time, $3. And then the bag sort is all your cards. So you'll know about all your cards in a minute here, but the pre-grade just counts toward like 1 card. You got the sexy doggy girls. There we are. So let's take a look at this. That's nice. Triple R plus. These are some pretty standard hollows. This one's pretty naughty. Naughty hollows, whether you collect them or not, other people are more likely to buy them. This Noctowl, you can tell he's pretty off-center. I'm sending him home to you. This one seems slightly naughty, but I don't think it's naughty enough to count. So there you go. So out of this pile, I like these 2 cards. See? Okay. Put them in a new bag and ship the rest. Keep any cards you deem grade worthy aside. All right. So here we have... This is Magic the Gathering Final Fantasy for sure. I'm not a super expert at Final Fantasy. I'm a little familiar with it. Crystal Fragments... Prompto Argentum. I'll keep these character cards. You gotta help me a little bit with the. If you think that a particular Magic card is really gradable, you gotta point it out. Okay, so let's set that there. You got this Vaughn. You got Stay With Me. Forest Kefka, Mythic Rare. Okay, Kefka can stay. Firion. Now, that's some pricey stuff. That was not cheap what we just passed through there. I know for a fact that was expensive. Now, here's a chunk of hollows. Okay, just typical hollows. That's good. By the way, how old is your bag? Oh, whoa, that's old. That says 324. Is it really that old? Oh, my God. It's so cute. My 5-year-old is watching the Pokemon show and playing with the cards while putting them in her binder. Oh, that's really nice. It is. When kids aren't being terrible, they're pretty cute. All right, so here's a girl with like her boobs sticking out. It's always boobs, isn't it? Okay, let's see. Never tummies. There we go. Ah, a little first edition Mankey, huh? No, this Mankey will not grade 10. He's got a clear white dot on the back, which is the case for most rare cards. Okay, take a look at those a little later. Corsola. Squirtle, nice. Okay, just set those there for now. I don't think you're going to grade Calyrex here. Set those there for now. That's a signature. Dark Raticate, that's cool. So you've been in a couple breaks. You were opening these back when we had English ones and back when we had a random pull box. Would you guys like that random pull box to come back? It's a pretty cool thing. Vaporeon, Fanrotom, Iron Thorns. I mean, as long as I can sell them profitably, I don't mind. This could be cut open and graded, this Eevee could. He could be cut open and pre-graded, I should say. All right, so there we go. So we got a little baggie for you right here of nice things, some of which will not pass an inspection, a pre-grade. Yeah, you had some stuff for sure here, Mr. Jonathan. Jonathan, you're in the U.S., right? You're definitely in the U.S., right? You sound like another guy who was in another country, international. I'm pretty sure you're in the U.S. All right. Okay. Bag number 2. And bag number 3. All right. Domestic shipping is very easy. Good. Okay, set that over there. So you guys just watched a bag sort occur. Let's get a label for you. Have you moved, Mr. Jonathan? Oh, I don't even have a... I do not have you in my book. Let me go get a fresh address. You're in PayPal, so this should be easy. Also have my Shining Kabutops slab. I'd like that sent too. Oh, now that is an expensive shipment. All right. Yes, bought a new house. Cool. So I'm going to go into PayPal, and we should get a address that is up to date from there, right? So that'll be safe to use, right? I believe I updated the address. Okay. Let me grab this. So I'm using your default PayPal address now. And we are going to grab this. I'm jealous of that card. I remember it now. That Kabutops. You know I'm a Kabutops fan myself. We're gonna run. We're probably gonna run this signature confirmation on yours too, because just because of that kabutops, not the rest of it, but the kabutops by itself makes it pretty expensive. All right, there we go. Good. Can I ping you the address I want it sent to? Yeah, you could send me a DM or something like that. Does it have a unique first number in the address? You can tell me what the first number is, and I can confirm if that's correct. Like if your last address and your new address have different numbers. Read, Mr. Big Fella. Hey, mister, did you get me from the nighttime stream? I think I did. What did you have in the nighttime stream? You got to understand, if you say that, I don't know what that means. So your name is Big Fella on YouTube. I don't know what your PayPal name is very often. I don't memorize the two. Okay. Yep, that's correct. That's the one we used. You're all good. All right, so here are these. They're in top loaders. And let's take one last look at your order. So your order, you're asking for PSA grading for my Magic the Gathering Final Fantasy Stay With Me card. Pre-grade and set those choices into a new bag. So I can't pre-grade all of these. Is there one in particular you'd like graded, pre-graded? Let's go take a quick look at Stay With Me. Did you see a card you'd like a pre-grade on? Stay With Me is looking slightly thinner on the left side. Might still be a 10 though. It's not that bad. Here we are. All right. Mythic Rare, huh? I think he sent for the Tyranitar. Tyranitar Gym Break, Riley. So Riley, okay. I don't remember receiving that, no. Was it a PayPal order? Do you recall if it was PayPal? If it's PayPal, I can go in there and check it. But I don't remember a Tyranitar order. Woo! Boy, it must be fun signing paperwork for a new house. You know, when you get a when you have a longer name, it takes a little while. It was on PayPal. Okay, so let's take a quick look at a Mr. Riley. Oop. Okay, we have a Riley. Let's see. You said your name was Riley? Here's a Riley Creditwicks, but I don't have anything other than Riley Creditwicks. It got 5:30-ish, and you wanted to finish up. Oh, that is you. Okay, so that is you. The last order I have for you on PayPal was on 7/23, according to this. 7/23, Riley Creditwicks. Are you sure you hit send? That's a very, by the way, that's a very common mistake. Sometimes people try to pay for something and they set it all up and then they don't hit the send button. So the last payment I have from you is on the 23rd. Doesn't say I have anything from the 31st. It is. All right, so this is what you have left over. You got the Vaughn. You got the Kuja's kind of nice. That guy's looking kind of like a girl. That's a guy, right? We are. Okay. Kefka, Court Mage. He was a Mythic Rare Hollow. You got some, ooh, that's nice. Got some vintage cards in here. That Bulbasaur looks nice. This Bulbasaur looks nice. Eevee looks nice. Okay, so there you have it. Let's put this in the back. It's got some thick, no, actually, let's put this in the front because we got some top loaders in the back. Let me double check. I did hit send, but it may have timed out. Yeah, exactly. Something like that, you know, something like that happens very easily, actually. Here we go. All right. Good. How about that, Mr. Jonathan? Woo! You kind of look like a girl. Hi, I'm Cardconomist. How are you? Hey, guys. You know, because girls have higher pitched voices. All right, let's see. That's completed. Completed. Lucas Launch. 2 more Raw Shuffles. Please, Kingdra. Ooh, I wonder if there's a Kingdra left in here. I do remember putting some Kingdras and Greninjas in here. I know some have already been pulled. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Oh, mister, it's a trap. It didn't go through. Is it still on the table? Is the Tyranitar still on the table? Yeah, the gym break one, right? Yeah, he's still on the table. And nothing but stinky ones. I'm sorry, Lucas. I am sorry. I gotta make more of these. You got a nice Gardevoir. Well, all of a sudden, I'm almost sold out of these. It's so weird. They didn't move for so long, and now we are almost out of them. The Nat. Crazy. Here's this. Good. We're going to have to spend some time and do a restock on Raw Shuffle. Here's Savadusa Baby. 1 OP PRB1, 2 boxes PRB2. Damn, that's so much. All right, here are 2 of these and 1 of these. Here it is. All right. No one, I knew Mr. was a femboy all along. Nobody would believe me. Oh, yeah. Here we go. Very nice. Okay. As long as you like hairy nipples. You ready? Let's start snipping. Okay. Strawberry been carrying streams. Mary, you're gross. We're going to pop this over here. Shaboop. Putting this here. Mr. has bobs. Kusha is a man. Don't misgender him. It's very rare, but once in a blue moon, Mr. turns into a woman and he does a stream. I've seen proof. Yeah, my nails are painted. I talk about my husband a lot. Let's snip this. Okay. And we'll snip this. Snip. All right. Very good. All right, all right. Tossing this. Let's see. We've got Sanji. Nuh-uh, you're gross. Here's Luffy. All right. Okay. Very nice. Here's this guy. This is a full art. Subtle. Subtle. Hard to see that. Very little texturing to it. Very good. Could you double check that you received this one? Yes. Yes, I'm sure we do receive that one. Here it is. PayPal is never wrong. I mean that. PayPal's never wrong. I don't think I've had a single incident where it truly doesn't come through. Okay. Double Sanji. There's always an explanation. You know why? Banking software is some of the best software in the whole world. Did you guys know that? Yeah. The banks cannot afford for their software to have even one glitch, because a glitch in the banking software can give somebody who's not supposed to have it $1 million. You get a glitch in the banking software. Remember the other day they found out there was like a trick with the ATMs where you could overdraw money and, you know, cost people who are not good with money were like overpulling, thinking that they had found some glitch to get free money. There is no free money with the banks. So the banks hire actually very good software engineers to do their banking because they need systems that are so perfect and so secure that there's never a mistake and there's never a break in the software and no one ever breaks into the software. So they hire really good software engineers. There we go. Banking error in your favor. Yeah, they don't do that. Banking error in your favor doesn't occur. They don't do that stuff. But I've learned a little bit about banking software because I worked for a bank briefly after school while I was in my senior year. And consequently, we were learning a little bit about that. It's kind of funny. The area of coding that our college kind of specialized in was actual databasing. So databasing, we had really good database education for our software engineer courses. And you learned a lot. And one of the things they actually talked about, and it was the one he was the best professor of all the computer science professors. He worked for a financial investing firm on their banking software in New York before coming here and doing computer science at a college. He said basically you burn out from that kind of work because it's so intense. So he was warning us. He's like, you get a really good computer science job. He says you will burn out because it's so severe. He was talking about his lifestyle in the past, by the way. He said, you know, they had like couches and beds in the office so that you could just sleep in the office and then just go right back to work. And he said they had like pool room, they had ping pong room, they had the food room, they had like showers, everything you need to live like you're living at home. And he says that's because they expect you to be on call, like actually 24/7. So he did that for years before becoming a professor. And his specialty was databasing. And so he taught databasing courses at our university. And I thought he was actually really good. He was a really good professor. I felt like he was the only one you learned a lot from. And, you know, because that's kind of how it works in school. Sometimes a really good teacher makes a difference. I once had an ATM machine malfunction and spat out its whole load all over the place. It was so tempting to take it, but I didn't. Mister, did you use Ruby on Rails or SQL? Karis uses SQL constantly for her current job. I did SQL very briefly in one course. We did not do a lot of SQL. It was one. It wasn't even with this guy who did the databasing. It was a different guy. But no, we did SQL just very briefly. It was okay. And now Karis uses SQL all the time. When she started her job, she told me about it. She's like, SQL is actually a big deal. And it was really boring. So here we go. Let's see. So the databasing courses were really difficult too, because the way it worked, you had to write software like usual, but they actually had like an online server for you to connect your database to. And then so you're learning a lot of things all at once. You were learning how that worked. You're learning how the database software worked. And it all ties into a website you have to make. So it was really intensive. It was, you know, you go to math. You know how sometimes it feels like math is a really tough course? No, it's not. You go take a math course and all you have to do is solve math equations. So it's really easy and non-creative. Computer science is a whole nother level, man. You got to sit down and, all right, so now you need to make a card database and it's going to have these 3 problems and it needs to be blah, 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 blah. And so all of a sudden you're working like 30 hours to write one software and compare that 5 hours of math homework. It's so much easier. So just because of what you have to make in the computer science courses, they're just way, way, way more terrible to take. And that's probably why they pay so much, because it's just way more intensive and boring, and everything about it's really tough, difficult. Here it is. So yeah, you have to like write this software and then connect it to this network, and it has to connect to the network properly. And by the way, here's how you connect. And then also you have to have it go to the website. And then I need to have a UI interface where you can get on the stupid website. I need to be able to get on your website, and I need to be able to buy this car and that car and that car. And it needs to be able to exclude these cars, blah, 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 blah. So, and it's not super complicated. You can do it if you follow the instructions and understand code, but it's so much work. It's like so much literal work. You just start typing, you just got to put it all together from scratch. And it's so much freaking work. And I never forgot how crazy all that was. Then you'd sit down to do something like your calculus physics, and you're like, oh, finally, the easy courses. Because for those, you really just had to understand the rules for like the equations, right? There'd be like some equation, and you just understand the rules for the equation. And it's like you input data, run the equation, you get output, and then you just write that down on a piece of paper. It's like, oh, the easy courses are here. Computer science was ridiculous, man. It was so much work. It was just, you knew you were going to work all day, every day to get one stupid piece of software written. And then the professor will be like, that's a B. And then they're going to toss it out. They're going to toss it out like it doesn't mean anything. But you weren't even allowed to toss it out. You had to take your software that you wrote in college and you had to upload it to, I can't remember the name of the website. You had to upload it because then you're going to need to show that to your potential employers so that they can see that you actually did coding in school and it's not just a bluff. Here we are. Look at that. Ooh. Did I hear Nipia? I once had an ATM machine. Hello, mister. What's up now, Star? How's it going, man? All right. So in a way, I'm very lucky I don't have to do that now. I get to open Pokemon cards with you guys. And One Piece cards with Miss Sarah. Speaking of which, Miss Sarah, that's 2 PRB2s. No manga. No manga. Mister's bald. That's not true. I got plenty of hair. There you are. I'm lucky I have plenty of hair. There you are. My dad didn't go bald. There you are. I was scared I would go bald, though. My mom, she's got uncles. She's got brothers, I mean. My uncles. They all went very bald. So I'm lucky. There you are. All right. Very nice. I could have gone bald. It's a common thing for guys. There you are. Very good. Okay. And then, so there we go. So, wait, where's the first 3? Hold on. It's in this pile. The first 3 are these guys, 2 Sanjis. Okay, looks like I need to buy the case tonight. It's a lot, man. We are. Look at that. Okay, okay, okay. Wow, wow, wee, man. Well, you know, Sarah, we've been through 3 cases. We're on case number 4 right now. And no manga in 3 cases. So that's why I talk about it all the time. We've got this, I want to promote this to help it move, okay, so it doesn't stay stagnant. So this, $40, 1 in 16 odds, it's a guaranteed chance, right? When you buy into a case, you don't even know if there's a manga in that case. It does not guarantee a manga. Cases do not guarantee mangas. This break does guarantee a chance at a manga, but your chance is 1 in 16. Very similar to opening up a case of One Piece, because One Piece cases are typically about 12 boxes per case. Although in the PRB2, it's 20 boxes per case, so it's even worse odds. Here it is. Here we are. All right. Very nice. Good. What's with the double star? So this particular break will hand out 2 star spots, and they're very specific star spots. These star spots will feed into M1, this guy. So those 2 star spots will feed into this Marshall D. Teach. There it is. I know, but I have both mangas breaks on the table already. LML, otherwise I'd be all up in them. Nice. All right, you ready? Well, I'm not just telling you about them. I'm telling everybody about them. I gotta keep promoting those. So people are watching these boxes of One Piece go by, and they're seeing how tough it is to truly pull a manga. It's really tough. And so it's a great opportunity for me to go, hey, you know what might be a mathematically superior way to go after a manga? Jump in one of these breaks. Here we are. Let's see. Okay. And there it goes. She already got those mangas. Let's see. What you meant to say is I am not bald yet. Well, you go more bald over time. So yeah, I'll probably lose more hair over time. But some people really do retain a lot of hair. You know, I was thinking about it. My grandfather on my dad's side, he still has his hair. It's all thin and white, but he kept his hair. Very interesting. All right, maybe good hair genes. You know, the thing is about being bald, I really don't mind the bald look. I don't think it looks that bad. And I think when you go bald, you look kind of like wiser and tougher. One of those 2 things. It doesn't work on all guys. It doesn't work on all guys. I think for a bald to look good, you have to be in shape. There it is. But if you're in shape and you're bald, I think it looks fine. And it's just like a sign of age, you know. And age in men, sometimes it's unattractive. It's unattractive to some girls. I don't think it's unattractive to all girls. That's the interesting thing. I actually have read some girls prefer that look. So it's kind of a fascinating thing. And, you know, I bet it makes you look more like a manager. So if you wanted to be a manager, you have a better shot at it. That's actually a full art right there. Look at that. Tricky. Distinguished, like Joe Rogan. Yeah, exactly. So it works for him. It works for The Rock. It works for, yeah, it works for a variety of dudes. Yes. Here we are. Bruce Willis, who is getting ready to pass away. He has severe dementia. Here we are, which is really sad. Bruce Willis. His dementia is so advanced now that he cannot remember that he was an actor. How sad is that? It's really sad. Here we are. I was reading that in an article the other day. It is, but when is your time? It's your time, I guess. I don't know. I still have a lot of hair, but that hairline's slowly receding. Yeah. My hairline receded pretty quickly at around the age of 33, I want to say. And then it just stopped. So now I'm 36, and it seems like I'm not changing anymore. Here we are. So I lost a little bit of hair around the age of 33. I noticed that my hair thinned. It became more brittle. And then I also noticed that the hairline receded, especially on the sides. So it went up a little higher. And then it just stopped. So I think I'm good. I think I read somewhere that if you're, you know, if you make it past that checkpoint, your hair doesn't change much after that. Here we are. The party's still going on in the back, but the business up front has moved on. Just don't do a skullet. It's that a skull mullet. I think I saw a guy with thick, rich hair get one of those skullets, and it was hilarious looking, like he was bald. Here we are. All right, Ms. Sarah. Appreciate you as always, and you have gone very deep on this round of PRBs. Here we are. I'm glad I picked up some more PRB1 for you because you're clearly still interested in it. No mangas this round, but maybe we are ticking closer to them. we are. Let's take a quick look. You're very lucky no one sniped that last manga out of your hands, you know, because that is a popular set, and other people do open it sometimes. There we go. All right. Wow. Sarah, you've got like a legendary shipment coming up someday. Whatever you want. Okay. Let's go ahead and place this in a bag. A skullet. I've had long hair most of my life and got my first fade a couple months back. All right, here we are. Good. Sarah, you pulled a manga recently? She got another Blackbeard. Freaking Blackbeard. Should have been Goldie Roger. We still don't have a clip of that, by the way. I'd love to have a clip of that. Okay, there we go. Gabriel Gallegos, 4 Gem 2s, 5 Obsidian Flames. So 5 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. My hair's down to my waist almost. There we go. They send you prizes if people voted on them. Who? What time is it, by the way? 6:52? Dang, dude. The time just flies. Did Alexis come over? I don't know if Alexis came over. Maybe she came over. She usually clocks in when she comes over. Maybe she's not over yet. Okay, let's see. So that's 5. And 4 Gem 2s. Aha. The Gem 2s, you say. Ah. There they are. Gem 2 still selling. Amazing set. Chowies out. I want some chowies out. Mom! Mom! Mom, that's a chowies out. Here's Hello Kitty. Here's Electabuzz. Here's the yellow Magikarp. That's nice. Miss Cartman for $70. And Divine Departure. How nice. All right. Very good. Just visit the state fair or county fair and you run out multiple disposable cameras. What? Somebody smacked Mr. He's being an annoying little kid again. Mom, get your credit card. I want some Pokemon. Come on, Mom. Mom, they've got Digimon. I don't want Digimon. Oh, all right. Kids are fun. There we go. Kids don't understand stuff. They don't understand social. They don't have any social awareness. They're like perfectly selfish. There you go. Kids just run straight off of their emotions. There you go. Undeveloped adults. That's why you can't be mad at them. It's hard not to be mad at them sometimes because they're so annoying. But you can't be mad at them. It's not allowed. You have to be like, yes, you are a kid. It's very annoying. Here's Stoutland. All right. And here's... Yeah, it's funny. When you get a cat or a dog, when they're puppies and kittens, it's so easy. It's like the nicest thing ever, actually. But when you get a small kid, it's like the worst thing ever for a long time. Not the worst. I mean, there's good moments with kids, too. Like Christmas morning is amazing. Trick-or-treating, those are good times. Trick-or-treating, Christmas, birthdays, maybe to a lesser extent. But kittens and puppies, man, it's just easy from beginning to end. They're just cute. They don't cause too many problems. That's why we're going to start a business called Puppies Forever. You bring in your old dog. You're like, okay, I'm trading my doggy in. And then we hand you a puppy. Don't ask what happens to the old dog, though. Here we are. It's a dog rental service. It's dog subscription, puppy subscription service. When they get too old, just bring them back. Don't ask any questions. Here we are. You hear a gunshot in the back. Oh, no. That's a skit, too. That's an old skit. Puppies Forever. You got to look that up. All right. Varoom. That's for Gabriel Gallegos. Puppies Forever. Mister needs to get the test tube baby cooking soon. Yeah, we got to get that test tube baby. I actually agree with this. Here we go. All right. Very nice. Good. And Mr. Riley, Tyranitar, Gym Break, and 2 Waifu Shuffles. You got it. So, where'd that Tyranitar go? Is he here? Ah, Mr. Riley's jumping into the Tyranitar. Well, guys, it's about time to wrap up. It's that time. There we go. Very nice, Mr. Riley. Riley. Let's see. You got a card, right, Mr. Riley? O'Reilly. New card? I sent an order, says 6. Well, we can't shut down until 6's order gets taken care of. Okay, let me get you a new card, Mr. Riley. I think it's a new card. Grab that. Let's see. We're going to say Riley. Kratoix. There it goes. The audio's cracking bad. Uh-oh. Are you guys having an okay time with the audio? Is the audio working fine for you guys? What do you guys think? Ugh. Very nice. I'll place this here. Very good. All right. I'll set this here. 2 Waifu Shuffles. Let's get those 2 Waifu Shuffles. Are you ready? It's been cracking since the jump. It is cracking. Wow, still problems then. How hot is the phone? The phone is not that hot. It's okay, just a few pops. Man, maybe it is time to get a new phone. I don't know. Maybe the phone needs an update. Okay, you ready? Here goes. 1, 2. If we make it to September, there's supposed to be a new iPhone, though. 2 cold ones. Those are for you, Mr. Riley. 2 cold cards. I'm sorry, man. That sucks. All right, very nice. Let's see. So, let's see. We're going to jump up here. Let's go. Steven Gonzalez. We have a Steven order. We have a click. We have a 6 order for 2 Gem 2s. Let's go grab those 2 Gem 2s. All right. And then we're going to do Steven right afterwards. Okay, guys? And that'll be the end of the stream, all right? And then tonight shall be the late night stream for Thursday. And we'll have a giveaway card tonight. There we go. Tossing that over there. Tossing this. And tossing this. Okay, Miss Six. 1, 2. Set that there. Very nice. All right. Snipping that. Okay. And let's see what we got. Here's Sylveon. You did it! It's the AR Umbreon. Oh my god, 6. No, not this time. But that is a wonderful Sylveon. Look at that. You got the Sylveon. Okay. And let's grab your bag. Umbreon somewhere. 6 could be in the next one. Okay. Tossing that in there. All right. Now, what's after that? Let's see. So, Mr. Steven Gonzalez. He says 6 of the OP12s. Oh, yeah. Let's grab this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Very nice. Toss that in there. All right. Let's go ahead and snip this. Snipping that. And snipping this. Very good. My Umbreon was sent to grade with you. Oh, man, I hope that grade's 10. So you're going after just pretty much any AR. You got to get the set. So here's an SR. The Umbreon's obviously the most desirable one, so getting a second one wouldn't be a problem. Nobody's complaining about second Umbreons. Oh no, not 2 Umbreons. What will I do? Here's another SR, and here is another holo. There you go, Mr. Steven. I appreciate it, man. You're too nice to me, Mr. Steven. Hope you and Janice are having a nice day. We're heading toward Thursday night, guys. One of my favorite streams. I better be here on time, huh? Okay. I already have 2. Dang, dude. That's pretty good. All right. You got more Umbreons than me, 6. All right. Let's pop that in there. Very good. All right. Mr. Hunter Tipton says 2 Ancient Roar boxes. Ooh. Hunter Tipton, you sent that a minute ago. We're saving that for tonight because it is 7 p.m. and I'm hopping off, all right? Sorry about that, Hunter. It's a big order, but that's also part of the problem. It's so big, it would take a while to service. So that'll be the first order of tonight. I hope you'll be there, and I hope you pull the best cards out of there. I can't wait to see what's in there. Thank you so much for the order, by the way. So I'll see you guys. You guys have been very nice to me today. This was the Thursday daytime stream. It went very smoothly. I hope to be back on tonight. I will be back on tonight, and let's see what we pull tonight. I hope we pull some crazy cards tonight. See you later, everybody. All right. Let's see.